Visit the Nu Mou. With our enemy fast approaching, time is up. God, I forgot how hot you were. Sorry. Can I just... we must needs accomplish our mission with all possible haste. Of the two remaining bearers of the relics, the Nu Mou are near the nearer. We shall seek them out next. Among the Fey folk, they bear distinction to having abided in these lands since before the flood. They are also the friendliest of men and have served faithfully whensoever I called upon them. Indeed, they are the source of much knowledge I've acquired in my time here. The path leadeth past my dwellings. Let us away. Past yonder cliff lieth Pla Annie, home of the Nu Mou. The others have gone ahead to scout the way. Come, let us follow. I had to get off my chocobo for that. Really? If the path striketh thee as precipitous, 'tis because it was once a mountain trail. For now where the lake lieth, there was a valley, who in the midst thrived the city of Vobert. 'Twas only when the Fuath came, in the wake of the flood, that the settlement was drowned. We stand now upon its former outskirts, grazing lands where shepherds once tended their flocks. Though one cannot help but feel a pang of loss when faced with such a spectacle, one can scarcely blame the Fey folk for so altering the land. The blameth for that lieth rightly in the light, a force terrible enough to bring an entire civilization to its knees, entire world, that it should have been allowed to rise up unchecked is a greater regret. Yet, in spite of the tragedy which surroundeth me, full glad am I for the chance to be here. He's learned a lot in the past 3 years. 'Twas these hands which brought together the warrior of darkness and Minfilia, lest thou forget. Therefore, even were there no 8th umbral calamity to forestall, it seemeth only right that I strive to deliver the first from its doom. Only right, I say, though such words ill convey the strength of my resolve. In truth, I can no more ignore the plight of this land, of this world, than I can choose to stop breathing, and thus do I labor. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save. God. The coming struggle promised to test our limits. But so long as we stand together, I doubt not but that we shall prevail. Ah, mortals, just as we thought. Promiseth. Hast thou business with us? Business? Ha, nothing so boring. We smelled you coming. We thought we'd come and play. They do appear to be pixies of Little Iran. Mine apologies, but we are in some haste. May happen another day. Oh, in some haste, are you? Then allow me to hasten you on your way. Tee-hee-hee. Teleportation magic. For mercy, we were not sent far from our course. I have a feeling we're gonna get teleported again. Should the pixies find us again, however, they will most assuredly repeat the trick. We have not time to waste. Let us avail ourselves of an enchantment I have learned. Fey Cloak, 'tis called, a most ingenious magic which rendereth one invisible to Fey folk, albeit briefly. It's like a smoke bomb for fairies. Well, this is gonna be fun. What am I doing? What am I doing, Arianche? What do I gotta do? I'll do anything you tell me. I shall cast the enchantment upon thee. Under the Aegis, thou art to make thy way past the pixies and rejoin our comrades. Know, however, that the enchantment shall suffice to veil thee and thee alone. Be not tempted to employ a mount, for it only serve to give thy presence away. Oh, I am invisible. Can I sprint? Well, I mean, I'm on fucking sprint cooldown. What are they saying? Oh, they were telling me to come out. Yeah, I thought they would have given me some sort of like invisibility cloak, or like look like I'm invisible. I might have to go buy this soundtrack after I finish the fucking MSQ. Now I can mount. I feel like it'd be pretty easy to put some of that Fey cloak on to a carbuncle. I assumed you were right behind us. What took you so long? I see. Yes, I'd say that's a valid excuse for lateness. You are hereby forgiven. Another good news. The Nu Mou village lies just through here. We'll enter as soon as Ariange deigns to join us. What the fuck are you? Ah! Mortals! Mortals here! Lots of them! They don't seem that friendly, Ariange. I'm not gonna lie. Thought you said that Nu Mou were men's best friends. The poor thing was beside itself with fear. 'Twas beside itself, perhaps, but not with fear. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable, I tell you, to have so many mortals appear at once. It's... It's more excitement than we can bear. Greetings, Elder Wedneck. Tyranny. It hath been a while. Pray forgive my brevity, but time is against us. We are come to borrow the stone scepter of the Nu Mou. The stone scepter? Then you mean to lift the seal over I don't remember how to say anything. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable, I tell you. If the king is set free, none here will be safe. Unlike our fake cousins, we Nu Mou have called this land our home since the time of the immemorial? Since time immemorial. Leaving is unthinkable. Thus did full many of us lay down our lives to steal away the king when they were corrupted by the light. If we do as you ask, our sacrifice would have been in vain. No one will come to harm. Easily said for one who hasn't experienced the king's wrath. I've already killed a light warden, bitch. I've killed one. I can easily kill them all. Don't know how true that one is. Honored elder, pray believe me when I say that this man has possessed not only the strength required to vanquish the king, but something still more valuable, or a means to resist the resultant corruption. Indeed, he hath already laid low the light warden of Lakeland, all without succumbing to the influence. He is yet a stranger to this land, 'tis true, but he harboureth the self-same desire to see the Sin Eaters eliminated as we do. Wilt thou not lend us thy hand, that we might see thy beloved home restored to its former glory? Oriange has a lot of smart words. You've always done right by us, Oriange. If you have placed your faith in this man, then so shall we. As you say, we want nothing more than to be rid of the Sin Eaters. Be that as it may, this is not a decision to be made lightly. We require time to deliberate. A turn of the moon, perhaps? We don't have a turn of the moon, unless we want to debate this with the Yolmorian army. Elder, given all that is at stake, I cannot well expect thee to simply roll over. Acquiesce? Acquiesce? But even now a powerful foe draweth near. I fear I must beseech thee to hasten thy deliberations, that thou mightst fetch us the scepter while there is time yet to use it. Roll over, fetch. Okay, so the pixies are children that have died, that just want to have fun. The Fuath are the people that have drowned. What are these people? What are these not people? You're sure I can get it. What are they called again? Sure I can get it from the words of power. They're puppies. You know? Yeah, that makes sense. We know full well that not give us greater pleasure than to render aid to men. You know full well you speak the words of power regardless. It's unfair. Unfair, I tell you. Oh. Fetch was a word of power. I'm a dum-dum. Sigh. In happier times, it was our honor to assist mortals in needs and receive rewards with befitting our deeds. Since the kingdom of Ober fell, however, we've been starved of man's patronage. After so many years of deprivation, it's difficult to ignore such an earnest entreaty. Very well, Orianche. I have promised to give you as swift an answer as I may. In return, I ask that you and yours remain here and bestow upon us your patronage. Is that arrangement agreeable? Yeah. Y'all got 5 minutes. I really like Ilmeg. It's very nice. I fucking love this place. Widdeneck sniffs at you expectantly. You know, now that you said that they're puppies, everything that every word they use to describe what they do just makes me think of my own dogs. Will you offer patronage to our people too? Yes. Let's see, perhaps you can begin with Marn Ose. They're one of our foremost artisans, held to be in highest esteem by the Knights of Obert. With the Knights gone, however, Marn has no opportunity to put their skills to use. They'd be overjoyed for your patronage. Marn. Eighth, right? 1,182, 1,183, 1,184. Wait, did I already count that leaf? Wow, you really are bored. What? Who? What? Where? Wait, what? How? You're immortal! Huzzah, huzzah! Well met. Yes, yes, very well met indeed. Have you old and tired arms and armor that are threatening to fall apart at critical junctures in battle? If you answered yes, you've come to the right Nu Mou. I will restore your equipment to pristine condition for payment of a pair of moss fungus legs. Moss fungi roam just outside the cave. Please, 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 please give me the legs in your patronage to me. Fucking A, right. Yeah, I'll do it. Hell yeah. Fly! Fly! Ah, you have returned with moss fungus legs, I hope? They are tools of my trade, lest you wonder. Use to polish metal and leather alike to illustrious sheen. Now that I have work again, I must replenish my stores. 2. Huzzah! 2 moss fungus legs that, as befits the work. Ah, to have neither more nor less than expected of us than what we can provide. There is no greater joy. You see, there is for there to be honor in task, we receive precisely what it is worth. Too little means you belittle your ability, and too much means you question our integrity. You've given me fitting payment, so your services are at my disposal. I shall begin inspecting your equipment. I love them. I see. But I must ask for a small fee for materials. I'm pleased to say that all your arms and armors may be restored. If you mean to change them in the near future, however, there's no need to hurry. My first pair is complimentary. Here's the coin for which you may pay me with when you desire to have your work done. Many thanks for your patronage. I had 2, so I gave you 2. Oh, and if you mean to offer patronage to another, may I suggest Ysgif yonder? Judging from your equipment display, and you're no stranger to battle, I believe Ysgif will have something to offer. Their names are very hard. Ysgif. You sent me out for 2, I got 2 and brought back 2. That's end of story. That was the whole deal. Ah, to have so many men visit us at once, this is a joyous day. If it please you, please give me your patronage. As my patron, I ask you to remove the noxious mushrooms that grow in our cave. Flame spores, they're called. We attend to them with magic, except they leave behind a harmful ash, and we have no choice but to pluck them one at a time. Now, you'll be curious what I have to offer. I'm purveyor of wares that will aid you in your travels. In exchange for your fitting payment, I will give you my choicest items. Alright, these quests are bullshit. Let's pick the flames. Spores. You already removed the flame spores. How very quick you are. Oh, but did you perchance search for the western entrance as well? I'm told you have more have cropped up in that area. Come on, guys. I just want to get this stupid scepter so I can go fight a light warden. Stop giving me menial tasks. I wasn't spying or anything. I just finished my task and I should go report back. Minfilia, you're so adorable. Why don't you just talk to me? I know you know who I am. Ah, you're returned. Have you dealt with the flame source by the western entrance as well? Yeah, and I saw Minfilia sneaking or creeping on me. Excellent. No more poisonous spores irritating our noses for a little while at least. Oh dear, I believe I'm getting sentimental. Having a patron again. It reminds me of my old days. Fair every day. I would carry my wares to the castle and offer exchange for men's patronage. Back then, the castle wasn't called Gia. It was the Vobertites built it, and they named it Grenzlicht. It was their last bastion in the struggle against sin eaters. Now they are gone, all of them, noble knights and common folks alike. These might be the most exciting people for me to interact with and the most depressing. But enough reminiscing. I must give you what you've earned. And if you desire anything else I possess, I'd be glad to offer them for you for a fitting price, of course. Now, will you be offering your patronage to anyone else? If so, would you consider a wid lad? How long does it take for them to decide to give me this fucking scepter? They've been under the weather of late, and they have the chance to perform an honorable task would cheer them up. God, I love them. They're so sweet. Widled 3 Aetheryte tickets. Hell yeah. What? You would be my patron? But I can't do anything for you. The lawless ones took my invisible ink, and without it I can't make any my arcane wares. Who are the lawless ones? They're no moo like us, except they've turned their back on our values. Curs without honor they are. They refuse to work, instead spending their time cavorting and making nuisances of themselves. It was when I was outside for a walk that they set upon me and robbed me of my obsession, the ink included. I was too weak to resist them, but you, mortal, you look quite strong. Do you think you could take back my ink from those villains? If you do this, I will consider it your patronage, and by way of service, I'll make you something very special. Excuse me, Wholesome, but I couldn't help but overhearing. You may not take this task, will you let me accompany you? Absolutely. I would learn from you and help in what little way I can. You're welcome to join. I could never say no to baby Minfilia. Thank you so much. The last ones make their lair to the south, inside of a cave called Father Collard's Chambers. They took many vials of ink. It would be grateful if you could bring back as many as possible. Minifilia. Yeah, that is probably the greatest name. I never for 1 second expected that I was gonna see Minfilia again. The fuck are you? I want one of those. It's weird that I'm bringing a 15-year-old to fight monsters. Father Collard's Chambers is through here. I peered inside, and sure enough, it was milling with Nu Mou. And they looked none too friendly. If Thanger were here, he'd tell me to go about it quietly and quickly. Let's split up. I'll find the ink, all the ink I can, and come back outside. See you soon, Wholesome.
Oh, thank goodness. There you are.
What the did you think I died?
Nu Mou were rather frightening. I'm glad you're safe.
See, you use daggers.
Thancred taught me, but I'm still a novice. The Minfilias before me battled Sin Eaters as part of the Yulmoran army, but that had all changed by the time I was found. They held me captive, so that I wouldn't follow in the others' footsteps. I'd still be in my cell now had Thancred not spirited me away. When he found me, I knew nothing of the world. I didn't know how to live, let alone fight. Thancred once told me that if the efforts to summon you failed, it would fall to me to face the Light Wardens. I realized then that it was the only reason he kept me close, as a contingency. The truth is, he can't stand to be around me. Because I'm not her. I'm not his Minfilia.
You are correct. Come on, don't give that face. You knew it was coming.
Once, we journeyed to Nabatha Reng together. To the
Hi,
place
Agnes.
where the Oracle appeared and stayed the flood. As we drew near, I felt as though I was fading away. I shut my eyes and covered my ears, and then... I'm not sure what happened after that. I have a vague feeling that I said something to him. Only it wasn't me at all. It was her. Afterwards, Thancred didn't say a word. Only kept to himself and brooded.
That sounds like Thancred.
There's nothing I can do for him. Nothing I can offer but my presence. Though it only reminds him of his loss. She should be the one to live on. That's why I tried to find you. Because I knew that was what she wanted. But now that you're here, I'm not entirely sure what it was she intended me to do. Was I meant to tell you something or bring you to someone or somewhere? I can feel the answer at the edge of my mind, just out of reach. What is that?
Is that Titania?
Why? Why did you imprison us? Such boredom, such tedium have we suffered. It is unfair. Unfair. Come. Come and play with us.
It came from the castle.
That was one of the fucking coolest scenes ever. Oh my god.
This is everything I have.
I want to.
Please see it delivered to the Nu Mou.
Can we do it again? I want to see it again.
I will bear word to Thancred and the others.
Wait, mercy, Your Majesty. We had no choice. Please forgive us. Huh? It's you, my ink. Were you able to retrieve it? Yes, this is the ink, and almost all of it too. When our king spoke to me, my day went from bad to worse, but then the next dude's simply bad again. So everyone in Ilmeg had that vision. Feck. Ordinarily, when living beings turn into a seed eater, it loses everything about its mind that defined it. However, the king has retained some of their instincts. It manifests in desire to play and be free. So strong is that desire, it often leaks through the seal and invades our consciousness. Fuck! For a long time, we've ignored it, but we can't do so forever. However, forgive me. I was going to thank you for reuniting me with my ink. You did exactly as I asked, and I will give you service I promised. Nothing up my sleeve, and voila! May it serve you well. There's nothing like honorable work. Thanks again for giving me the opportunity. Oh, I should mention that Elder Widnek returned a moment ago. If you seek them out, I dare say they'll have tidings for you. There you are. I'm informed that you have been an excellent patron to our people. For that, you have my thanks. Now then, you'll be pleased to hear we've come to a decision regarding the scepter. If you would rather gather your companions, I'll deliver our answer. Before I begin, please allow me to express my gratitude for your kind patronage. Having been deprived of purpose for so long, our people are overjoyed at being able to serve again. What of the matter of the stone scepter? During our deliberations, we were forced to concede that we will never have the power to deal with our fallen monarch. We can release Titania neither from the castle nor from torment. In light of this, we have decided to entrust their fate to you. I thought he was going to say no, and I was going to have to beat his ass. Take it, the stone scepter of the Nu Mou. It makes 3 relics, 1 more, and we can arrange the meeting with the warden. Ere you continue your request, allow me to enlighten you as regards to your foe. Know that Titania is not a name, but a title bestowed on one chosen to lead the pixies by the grace of nature. This leader, upon Ilmeg's founding, arose as a ruler of all Fae folk to bring order to our riotous kind. In our turn, we Fae folk rendered our blessing unto nature, no water, wood, and wind, that our mighty king might be further empowered. Though they are become sin eater, their power remains unchanged. When you face them, be prepared to face the full fury of nature. I am so excited. Oh dear, is there anything else we should know? Anything else? Only if you feel unready for the challenge, and none would blame you for it. You're welcome to remain among us a while longer. After all, I myself have yet to enjoy your patronage, and who knows when I will next have the chance. We would see that you are comfortable, of course, and do all in our power to make you feel at home. Oi! Honestly, look away for one moment. Every fairy in the nuncle tries to steal my sapling from me. This is my sapling, mind you here. Not yours, or not the Fiat's. Anyone who does so much as thinks about trying to seduce him will wish they hadn't. Greatest pixie ever. The final relic is a pair of shoes wrought in crystal. They're held in the Amaro safekeeping in their settlement, Wollickdorf. I never said I was good at accents. It beareth mentioning that these Amaro are unlike those which thou hast heretofore encountered. Owing to a peculiarity of evolution, they are capable of speech, and thus we might negotiate with them as we have the Fae folk. Yes. So instead of see you leave, we would wish you well on your way. When you arrive in Wolkeldorf, seek out the largest of the Amaro. His name is Seto, and he's the leader and the bearer of the relic. How does an Amaro wear crystal shoes? Oi, governor!